Did you know we're running a conference? Yes, the CBA conference, and it's taking place in September this year. It's for dog trainers who are ready to stop winging it and start running a business that actually works. We're going to be getting into the nitty-gritty of all of the stuff that comes up all the time, like how to have a better sales conversation with a prospective client, how to stop hearing, "Oh, it's too expensive," and how to actually make a plan that gets you paid and not burnt out. We're so excited to be doing this with Keep as our headline sponsor. Keep are the CRM system we have been using for years. It's the system that allows us to keep everything in one place, from emails to payments to client management. They really do believe in small businesses, and they're backing this event so that we can bring even more value to the room. We so want you to be there. We do not want you to miss out. So head to the link in the show notes or head on over to caninebusinessacademy.com and go and grab your ticket.
So we've got our conference coming up soon. We promise to make it something that will be unforgettable for all the right reasons.
The perception of business can be really stuffy and hard work.
If you're just starting out and maybe you've only just decided that you're going to start a business, it's the right room for you. Oh dear. It's been a day, folks. Sounds like freaking Warner Brothers, is it? You know, when it comes up at the end, that's all, folks.
God, what an opening.
I'm going with it. Hi, everybody. Apologies. Right. Welcome to today's show, where we are at the end of our recording day, so we tend to piss about a bit. But what we wanted to discuss in this episode, I always feel like we need to theme it and then we just go off on completely different tangents anyway. No, I don't. Now let's just see where it goes. So we've got our conference coming up soon.
We have.
Is it a singing episode now?
CBA Live.
CBA Live. We haven't actually called it that. It's just the CBA conference, but yeah,
CBA Live.
In effect, CBA Live. And this is it's an in-person conference where
What's
it's actually
the brainchild behind the conference?
The brainchild. There was a lot of emphasis on that.
Go on.
The brainchild behind the conference is, selfishly for us, we get to see people Earl.
Yep.
In real life. Just in
need
case.
To say that now.
I feel like, yeah, you lot who are listening, you know our Earlness. So, Ness as well.
Earl.
So we get to see people in real life, and because we predominantly operate in the online world now, it's actually quite nice, isn't it?
Looking forward to seeing peeps. What are you laughing at?
This whole episode's just like a really bizarre one. Going like super slang. We're going down with the kids and the whippersnappers on this one.
We are.
So, yeah, we get to see people Earl, and I think it's just such a place for that connection bit. And if I cast my mind back to when I was desperately seeking
Susan.
Why? Why
Had
did
to
you do
say
it?
Go on.
Desperately seeking business advice, not Susan. Though imagine if you found a business coach called Susan.
Oh my God, this episode is like, we need to just keep apologising for it. Wow.
Oh, no, but when I was desperately seeking business advice, I couldn't find anything in dog world. I was just like, where is it? I really want it. There's loads of incredible dog knowledge conferences and seminars, and God, I think anytime there was a CPD opportunity, I literally like have my credit card, just take it, store it on record, and just keep like using it as soon as you launch something new, because that's all I ever wanted to consume. But I was desperate to see how I could utilize all of that knowledge that I was learning in CPD world and how to actually earn some money off the back of it. Like, truth be told, I was like, this is great. I'm spending all this money, but I'm not bringing in enough to actually warrant more spending. Hence the credit card and not actually funds out of my main bank account because there wasn't anything in there. So the reason we wanted to do the CBA conference was we genuinely felt like there was a big gap, I suppose, in the market to go, we know we wanted this. And I think it was always on the cards that we were going to do it at some point in the CBA life cycle. But it just felt really right to do it now, considering the growth in the conversations that we've been having with people.
And if anyone knows us, you know we don't like to wait for things. We just keep doing things.
It's got to happen. And we wanted to bring the most incredible lineup. Like, we're always really thoughtful on who we bring on as guests in the podcast space. We're really thoughtful that if we've ever done any like training webinars or stuff over the years, we're really mindful on who we bring in, and it's a really strategic thought process to go, who is going to be able to benefit our audience, so essentially you guys listening, who is going to be able to support you on your business journey and align with everything that we're saying. And that's why the selection of speakers, some of them have been podcast guests. So I know Ramel got loads of love when his episode went out, and he will be a speaker at the event, and he is going to bring so much energy. There will be dancing. There is no way that there will not be dancing.
There is absolutely dancing. There's a DJ. There is an MC that is just I can't even describe her.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to the most?
Fun. Mm-hmm. Because business can be so stuffy, or the perception of business can be really stuffy and hard work and something that no one wants to actually do. And that is what this conference is all about. It's kind of what CBA is all about in a nutshell, but this conference brings it all to life. And if you are after stuffiness, if you are after just like snooze stuff, like it's not going to be what we're going to provide. We want you to, because we believe that everybody should love their business. Everyone should feel passionate about it. And everything around working on that business should also have that same vibe. So it shouldn't feel like a chore. And like we talk about all the time, CBA never feels like work. It never feels like a hardship. It's fun. Even the mundane bits, like people would say, like, it's fun. Because even when we're writing an email, the theme of the email or the premise of the email and the place we want someone to go when they read it, it's always a story anyway, but we want them to enjoy it. We don't want them to just go like, oh, that's a boring email that we don't want to open. We want them to like be taken through a little process when they read even just a short email. And that is what we're trying to reproduce, Earl, at this conference. At this conference. And it's that human connection bit is the bit that can be missing with the online element.
Yeah.
And we know that when we've been in that rooms, magical things happen in our own kind of business groups or business conferences that we've attended, that's how we felt, and we want other people to experience that.
Yeah, I think the reason for bringing it up like we are now on the podcast is to show you how you can create services. So, like we go on a lot about being customer centric and making sure that your business is operating from that space of integrity around your service. Like, don't create services for service's sake. Don't put something on because you think it's a good idea and that it might sell. And certainly if you're thinking of putting like any of those of you who are in the event space, even if you're just doing like workshops and stuff for training, like it's a hard sell. It's really difficult to put bums on seats because, I don't know, just think of all the excuses like money investment, time commitment.
Dates don't work.
Yeah, dates don't work. Got to find childcare, got to find dog care, boarding, like whatever it is, there's always something. So it's no mean feat putting on an event. And those of you that are doing them, we applaud you. because it's a challenge. And think about how, even if you're not necessarily doing an event, like think about the services that you are putting on. And again, you will hear us talk about this all the time, like streamline it so it makes so much logical sense to your audience that it becomes a no-brainer. And again, for us, that's why the CBA conference has ended up taking place this year, because we were considering doing it maybe next year instead. And we thought, no, because we're seeing the connection and the networking that all of you guys out there are listening to. Like, you are all becoming and are part of the CBA community, which is just something magical in itself. And I don't even know if we've recently said like just how grateful we are for every single person of you listening now, and everyone who's following, and everyone who's read the book or come on board with us, or anyone who's come over to us at events we've been at and just said hello and thank you for being there. Like, it means a hell of a lot. And for us, that's why we knew this conference had to happen, because that means we can get all of you in a room who are going, do you know what? I want more. I want more for myself. I want more for my business. And I want it in such a way that I'm going to be guided by people that are not just talking the talk, like they're actually doing everything. Like everything we ever talk about, and certainly the talks we'll be going through at the conference itself, because of course we're going to be speaking. Come on now. Might not get us off the stage.
Yeah, well, I'll be, we need to get off.
That's why we have a team to tell us to just shut the fuck up and get on with it. But yeah, we'll be going through things, and, you know, we want to network and get to speak to you properly and understand you more. And Vicky mentioned something earlier about, like, we get to really do our own networking with the speakers as well, and, you know, bring in this collaborative approach that we know we also desperately need, like, to stop this resource guarding bit. Because arguably, like, some of the speakers we're bringing in, I mean, theoretically, a lot of you can bugger off and go into their communities instead.
Yeah,
that, you know, and that's the thing. And for us, we're going, we don't care in the one sense, because it's the right thing for you if that's where you feel like you need to be. And that's that true purpose of collaboration, that you go, okay, I'm going to bring somebody in to truly enhance your experience because of being so customer focused and knowing exactly what it is you need.
Yeah, it is. And that's that person's magical superpower, and they almost like niche into it and focus on that and are so passionate about that one thing that why would we not give them a platform to talk about that thing more? And it may land with that person more than it may land with us, and we're okay with that. But we do hope that we have been around enough people to give you the best of the best. And it has been a tricky process, hasn't it? Deciding who gets to be up there on that stage, because it all reflects on us and our choices and what we believe in and the information we believe you guys need and want. So it hasn't been any decision taken lightly around this. And yes, it's made our life hard because, you know, we like to do that and we like to challenge ourselves and push ourselves. But again, we're doing it for you, because how popular in-person dog conferences, we know that you guys love them. Like, we're at ABK this weekend, although by the time this goes out, it will have happened. But we know a lot of you in our
Always
community.
Throw us under the bus.
Pardon?
Always throw us
well,
under the bus.
We're batch recording. We've just told you it's come to the end of the day. So, like, I don't even know why we bother getting changed, because, you know, we're doing it on the same day.
True.
Just for full transparency. But yeah, we will have been to ABK. We know a lot of you listening to this love that event. And there are lots of other kind of dog conferences out there that you love. And we were just like, there isn't anything purely business focused out there, because as we've talked about before, all of that dog knowledge is so amazing, and it's, you just feel so refreshed when you walk away from it. But then if you've got nobody to sell it to, or nobody to, you know, how do you craft that into an offer that's going to give somebody the outcome they want? Like, if you don't have any of that knowledge, the sales behind it, the how to get leads in, how to market it, like, how are you ever going to be able to get that out to the people that really need it. So like we feel like our duty is to go like, come and absorb all of this information in a different kind of way, but in that in-person magical way as well. And then you'll have everything you need to get it out there. But this is where that fundamental, huge gaping chasm, you've said this before on an episode, so I'm going to repurpose that word, chasm.
A chasm.
Don't think I've ever said it in my life.
A cataclysmic chasm, I think it was.
Cataclysmic chasm. I've just, it's just not there. It's just a massive gap. So we are bringing it to you in a most upbeat CBA Joe and Vicky way possible. And we want everyone to walk away, hopefully from that, I keep going to say weekend, but it isn't, those 2 days, feeling like they can do it. And they are worth it, and they haven't got bloody imposter syndrome anymore. And it's like all this hope and, you know, like, don't know, just positivity is what we're trying to bring. There'll be no negative vibes, nothing like that. And it's all going to be like, come on, guys, we believe in you. We can do it.
Yeah. There was a point in my life where, and I'm sure other people would have felt the same or are potentially feeling the same as well, that you go, I know what I need to do though. I know what I need to do in business. I know I need to be on social media more. I know I need to get better at sales. I know I need to sort my service and program out, maybe, if you've like been listening to some stuff. I just need to do it. So I don't need anything. I know I just need to do it. And I have been there. And for me personally, it's like, I never did it. Because, or if I did do it, it wasn't working in the way I knew it could, because it's working for everybody else, seemingly, and it's not working for me. So where am I going wrong? What am I not doing? And for me, for those of you who know me, it can be quite difficult to ask for help sometimes, and it can be quite difficult to own up to yourself that, maybe I don't know this bit, or maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. And that's a really hard thing to tell yourself, because I think whether or not I don't know if for me I was trying to hide away from not wanting to invest because I genuinely didn't have any money, or if it was the fact that my pride and ego was intact to go, no, I should be able to do this. Like, I have the ability, so why am I not doing it? And then by doing the scary thing and investing in myself to be in my own version of the CBA conference, both financially and time, and being there by myself, I had no idea who anybody else was, and feeling really out of sorts because I was a lowly dog trainer in a room full of business owners. And at that time, it was a bit like, I don't belong here. I don't need, like, ooh, this doesn't feel right. But walking away from those events have honestly been like the most pivotal moments in my life where things have really changed and things have really shifted. And for me personally, I feel like in a really, what's the word? Like, I'm really grateful to be in the position that we're in now, that we can create this space for people in our industry, for people in the dog world, for people working with dogs that are maybe feeling a bit that they want more, or feeling completely lost, or maybe they're even just starting out on their journey. Like, this event isn't for any one particular person. It is for anybody listening who is in the dog world, who's working with dogs in some way, shape or form, and wants more for their business, wants more for their life, wants more for themselves, regardless as to what stage you're at. Whether you know, like, if you're just starting out and maybe you've only just decided that you're going to start a business, it's the right room for you. If you've been doing this for years and just feeling like really stuck that nothing's working the way that you thought it could be, this is the right room for you. If you're absolutely fucking smashing it and you're like, everything's working brilliantly and I want more, this is the right room for you. Like, there is absolutely something for everybody based on all of the speakers that we have got in, that you will take something from. And sometimes it's not always necessarily what you think.
It absolutely mostly won't be what you think.
Always the way. The amount of times I've been to business events and I've gone like, oh, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to take notes from this particular speaker because, like, I don't know, for argument's sake, say it is like email marketing or something or automation. And I'm going, right, need to take, and then I've just been engrossed in the talk and I'm like, oh, wow, like I took something away completely different. But the great thing about these type of events, in my opinion, and yes, of course, it sounds bloody biased. Come on, it's coming from us. But it's the things that you can actually implement. Like, it's the first time I've ever felt like I can walk away from a conference and go, oh, I can do that. And I'm going to go and do it. Whereas, like we say, with the dog knowledge, incredible. Like, I loved it. I would consume it all day long. And I would still walk away and go like, I have no idea what to do with that now. Like, it's great, but how the hell does that work? How do I, like, do I have to create a separate service for it? How do I incorporate it into what I'm already doing? I don't feel like I know enough about it. So now I'm on another rabbit hole where I'll go and consume and learn more about that one particular thing alongside a million other things.
And it might take focus off the other stuff that you probably should be spending time with.
All the while, like, my business is moving no further forward. So actually I'm not helping as many people as I thought and could potentially be doing. So the CBA conference means a lot for us. Like, it's not just the surface level, oh, put an event on. There's a lot of deep and meaningful emotions that are attached to being able to put this space on.
Yeah, and actually, like, when I think back to me entering this business world just a few years ago, really, thinking exactly what you said earlier about being out of your depth and thinking, well, I don't deserve to be here because I'm just a dog trainer. And I suppose that many of you out there might be feeling that same way of going like, oh, it interests me, but I don't feel like I'm deserving of that sort of information. Because it might be like, you might feel it's irrelevant to you. And you also might think that it's really complicated and it's over your head. Because again, that's how I felt to a degree. And again, once you realise that it's not all about the businessy stuff, it's actually way more than that. And it's looking inwards and working on yourself and your beliefs and your mindset and a lot about that. That's the thing that's holding you back. Like, the business bits actually are fairly, I would like to say that our approach is like, keep things simple, try and streamline everything, try and just keep everything simple, not only for you, but for the clients, like that customer journey, a whole shebang, right? Let's just keep everything really simple. Business should be fairly simple. And we talk about it being hard, but we mean hard as in the graft behind actually getting that business to where you want it to be. The simplicity is the strategy around it, really. Once you've got that clear, it's actually fairly straightforward. And I know that's coming from us that teach this stuff, but once, like, there's me thinking like, no, I'm not worthy of all this business knowledge stuff. And as soon as I like realise that, oh, it's actually quite simple. Like, it's actually doable for me. Like, I get it, I understand it, and I can apply it, and it's going to make a big difference in my business. I felt like worthy of being there then. So I think for us to have it as a dog specific conference, or dog specific, dog business specific, I hope that almost like invites you in to go like, you are all welcome, and we potentially know how you might feel around it. And it might be that fear of the unknown, and it might be that fear of, is it for me? Is it applicable for me? And we can absolutely tell you that it is applicable for you, and it isn't as complicated as you might think. And we basically want you to experience what the amazing things we experience. And again, this is exactly why we're bringing these people on board that have made such a massive impact in our life and have made us much better people off the back of it. And yeah, I think that's, for me, it's like that passion piece behind this event.
Yeah, there's I feel like there's loads to to go into on like what you have the opportunity to walk away with. And it's a really hard one to articulate it because we know, because obviously we're putting it on, and we know because we've been where you guys are potentially are at now, in maybe wanting it or maybe thinking, oh fucking hell, like just shut up, this is a shit episode, like skip to the next one. It's like, fine, okay,
hopefully they're not thinking that.
But it's when you know all the stuff that we do in terms of like how magical these places can be and the transformations that you can walk away with, it's something that's just you can't compare it to anything. And actually, like even the Legs in Motion conference we came back off of, that was a really magical space. And I think everybody who was in that room would say the same.
Gives me goosebumps when I think about that room.
Yeah, it was an incredible space to be in. And again, it's really hard to articulate why exactly, because that was in essence a dog knowledge conference, but with such a different spin and a different angle and so many different types of talks, but all connecting, and you could see how you could walk away and implement a lot.
I think they were very interlinked and very relatable to one another, even though there's different subjects. It's all around that same, it's like under that same umbrella of knowledge, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it was an incredible space. And yeah, just knowing, like, you know, when you've been in those rooms and you're like, oh, this is powerful, this is where like true magic is going to happen.
Yeah, and we haven't even talked about like the connections between everyone attending. Like there's great knowledge happening on that stage, but there's also so much knowledge that's happening away from that stage.
Oh, God,
at the drink station, at the food bit,
at the bar,
outside when people are just like having a fag break or whatever. Like that's where the conversations happen. That's where you're going to meet people that you would never normally have met.
Yeah.
And your paths may not have crossed before, or like we want that common theme to be, well, you obviously can talk about whatever you want to talk about, but if we can bring that kind of business fusion in it all, I think that's kind of, that'd be huge, like tick for us, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you could absolutely we formed collaborations in those rooms. And it's been life-changing for us. So speakers, awesome. Hopefully us, awesome. And
like how you always caveat it with a hopefully.
Well, you know, can't be too egotistical about it. But also everyone else in that room, magical.
Yeah. So if you are interested in coming, there will be a link in the notes, but it's on the 11th and 12th of September. 2025, to be clear. You can go to caninebusinessacademy.com and all the information will be on that website as well. We would love to see you there. It is, without reiterating everything that we've just said, we promise to make it the best event we are capable of delivering. We promise to make it something that will be unforgettable for all the right reasons.
Yeah.
And we promise to just keep showing up and giving you guys like the absolute best of what we know so that you can grow your business in a way that suits you, so that you can bring in the financial income that you want to bring in, not what everybody else is doing. Take the bits that you need and implement them, and we will be there every step of the way. Until next time.
That's all, folks.